Bumming with Bob, let's have a few brews, we'll have some fun with the bum wine crew. So kick your feet up and grab you a beer, 'cause damn man, I'm glad that you're here.
All right. This is Bum Wine Bob. Welcome to an all-new edition of Bum with Bobcat. Hopefully you've recovered from your 4th of July hangovers by now, but if not, we will assist you in that, or we will assist you in your drinking some more, because we have a big show on tap here today as we are welcoming in our good buddy Roadhouse is here. Roadhouse, how you doing, man?
Fantastic. Been looking forward to this all day. Been holding off this evening so I don't get too buttered.
Yeah, you have to. That's the thing. When you know when you know you're going to record, you have to be a little bit responsible, because things can get off the rail really quick here. But it's not just Roadhouse here this week. We are also welcoming back for, I don't know how many times this is.
Too many times.
I've lost count. If it's my show, it's his show. We are welcoming back once again from the Grocery Gamblers podcast. The one and only Pete is here with us. Pete, man, how you doing?
I'm good. And Roadhouse, like you, I've also been holding off. I'm like, man, I made dinner and I was like, you really go for a nice cocktail right now. And I'm like,
right.
No, I got to hold. I'm like, I got some heavy hitters tonight that I am, if I like them, yeah. yes. We will get into that. And it is not Four Loko this time. Don't worry. It's been a Four Loko mania around here. And I know I was out there this 4th of July spreading the good word of the Four Loko to the people with Four Loko USA. Now, Pete, you still haven't had a USA Four Loko yet, right? I don't think I have not. I almost got one when I got one of the drinks tonight. But I saw that, and I saw the Warheads one, which I kind of was like, do I go for it? I was kind of in a rush, so I just grabbed what I needed to get and just took off. But I wanted to ask you guys, because I think you guys are posting about it online, but I don't think you guys have officially spoken about it. And Bob, now that you're part of the Loco Mafia, which you know yourself, what's up with this? What's up with this missing 0.1%?
I know that's the big. That's the big mystery. We're trying to figure out what the story is with this, because I realized that when Roadhouse and I did a few weeks back, when we did the Blue Meanie special, when we mixed up the Four Loko USA and the Four Loko pregame Sour Blue Raspberry, I had a can of Four Loko USA that's been sitting in my fridge for a few months, and that was a 14% can. Now, I went out this past weekend to get some stuff for 4th of July, and I go to the liquor store, I pick up 2 cans of Four Loko USA, and I get home, and I look at the can, I'm like, wait a second, 13.9. I still had the other empty can, I put them side by side, I'm like, wait a second, what is this? Then I take a picture, I send it to Roadhouse, and I said, was your Four Loko USA you had when we did the drink, was that 13.9? And he said yes. And then he went out searching too and saw that the majority of them are now 13.9, because we knew the Warheads was 13.9 when that came out, and we were like, okay, what's the deal with this? And so I've reached out to the higher ups at Four Loko. I haven't heard back yet to see what the deal is. I think Roadhouse, what was it? It was the Sour Blue Raz was the only one that was 14.
Yes, that's the only one I found when I was out looking.
I got a prediction. I think Big Loco, when they were manufacturing this newest batch, somebody fucked up and didn't put enough booze in, and they were doing their pH testing. The mad scientists at Four Loko were just like, oh, let me check it out, and they're like, wait, it's supposed to be 14. It's like only 13.9, and you watch some intern lost his goddamn job about this, because now that not only did they have to sell this shit, they have to reprint new cans. They can't just they had a backlog of all these cans ready to go, and but they said 14 on it. Now they got to show 13.9. That's my prediction. I'm basing this off of absolutely nothing. But
it's good. It's a good guess. I mean, we don't know the answer. We don't know why, but it was. I just look at. I'm like, wait a second. This like 13.9. I've never seen. It's usually 14, or a lot of the Four Lokos were 12%, and then recently they did 13.9 for the Warheads. And I'm like, okay, is this a new trend that we didn't know about? So we reached out. Haven't heard back from the team there over at Four Loko. You think when you're sponsored and you're on the in, you get this like fast response, but we're still waiting to see what it is. And it's funny too that there's still a big misconception out there from people that Four Loko still has caffeine in it. I brought the USA to a 4th of July party, and I brought out the can, and my buddy Jake, who does the theme song, was in New Jersey from Nebraska. He made a trip up here to see everybody because he lived here for a while, moved back to Nebraska, and so I took out the can, he cracked it open, we started kind of passing it around, pouring it out, and people were trying out the USA. More, I don't know if we want to say more misses than hits with the response that people gave to the Four Loko, because I say it's an acquired taste. We all know this. But people are like, oh no, I can't, like, oh, that stuff has the caffeine, right? I'm like, yeah, like 15 years ago there was
yeah
like it's been a bit.
I'm like, it's like, yes, there's a lot of sugar in there, and it's a 13.9% alcohol, but no, there's no caffeine. They outlawed that stuff. Like, do you guys not read the news? Do you not know what goes on? But
yeah. They just, I mean, you must have been hanging out with some middle class bums then, Bob. You know, still thinking, they're like, oh, there's still caffeine in that. It's like, dude, this isn't Sparks. What the fuck?
No, we're not. This is not 2008 anymore. I mean, it's
yeah, Roadhouse and Sparks.
Golly.
Yeah, but I'm out there, you know, doing your part, spreading the good word of the Four Loko USA to the people, and now I can say, when people, you saw the picture. I had my full garb on, my Loco USA shirt, my Loco hat, had the USA, had my fanny pack too. You know, all ready to go. So people are like, oh man, are you sponsored by Four Loko? And I can say, yes, officially, yes, I have the sticker to prove it. So it all works out.
Oh, I mean, man, you have such a fucking like awesome badge of honor now. Be like, why? Yes, I am sponsored by Four Loko.
Yes,
and you know, why you pinky out and have some, you'll be like, yes, I am.
You see, it's official. You see, sip beer, take your Four Loko and drink it. But as we said, we are not going down the Four Loko alley this week. We're taking a slight detour because if it's not Four Loko, we have a different malt beverage to try out this week that Roadhouse first brought to my attention about a month or so ago, and then probably a week or two after that, Pete sent me a picture of one of these and was like, dude, what the hell is this stuff? and when Pete sent it to me, I said, oh, look, I found it in my travels a few weeks ago. And now suddenly it's become very hard to find. The spot that I originally saw it, I couldn't go back and get it. Roadhouse was out there searching last week, was having a hard time finding it. So I don't know if it's picking up steam.
It's out here in California. I can say that. It definitely, well, let me rephrase that. It's out in California, but I've only found it at like Bevmos. And I went to a Bevmo because I needed to pick up something specific for, a barbecue. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go there. And just to grab I knew they had it there. So I went down there, and that's when I sent you the first photo. I was like, fuck is this? And then it was like, oh, okay. And then you were like, oh, we're doing this shit. And then I went again, a couple days ago, saw it again. I was like, all right. And it sounds like it is in a few convenience stores around my area, but I just haven't really gone there. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to flood the California market with it, but
I think it seems like a drink that would be California now. Because I don't know where
This seems like
company,
a big,
like where the I was going to say where the company that is promoting this. I don't know. Are they based out of California? I don't know, but
well, no. I mean, you want to just get this out of the way right now?
Yeah. You want to reveal
Drink Four Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin. This is, this is made by Four Loko.
Yeah, that is true. I did not realize that until you brought that up, and now it makes a lot more sense why there's been a lot of collaboration posts on social media between the two of them.
Well,
recently,
it's Four Loko and Barstool Sports. A bunch of people at Barstool. Which is why it says drink responsibly, and there's the fucking Barstool logo is on here.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yes.
Again, maybe just because I've been doing the grocery gamblers way too long. It's just I saw this and I was like, this seems like a collaboration. Like this scene, like it just. I got a wild hair at my ass, and I didn't investigate it until right before we recorded, and I was just like, I wasn't trying to be right. But I was like, okay. I'm still interested. So yeah.
Yes. And so what we have here today is the new kid on the block, fairly new, only came out recently within the last few months, and that is Pirate Water, the malt beverage with natural and artificial flavors and certified color. As we said, it is, as Pete said, a product of a collaboration between the people that bring you Four Loko and Barstool Sports, offering a ready-to-drink cocktail perfect for any party. So, it's an interesting one to say the least, and they have a couple different flavors and varieties that are out there. So they have the Bahama Mama, your standard. You have a margarita, a Sex on the Beach. And the one that the three of us are going to be cracking open today is the Miami Vice flavor.
All right. Well, you know what?
I think you guys ready? You wanna?
I'm fucking ready.
Yeah.
All right. I'm set.
All right. Let's crack this bad boy open. All right.
Oh man. That's exactly what I thought it was going to smell like.
Ooh, yeah.
That fake strawberry.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Oh,
wow.
Oh, it's interesting because it has this very artificially fruity flavor, and then the malt liquor hits.
Yeah. As soon as the overwhelming taste of strawberry and all that goes away.
Yeah, that first sip was very artificial strawberry flavor going in there because it says here on their website, Miami Vice, it's like we packed palm trees, sunshine, and summer weather into one can. A strawberry and pineapple forward taste transport you to the southern coast for a radical adventure.
Sure.
If you say so, guys.
So now it makes sense why, knowing that it's Barstool, why it says Viva la Stool on the bottom. Because I saw that and I was like, is that a poop joke? Like, is it, what is this?
Yeah, because at first you don't really. I mean, I guess the more you look at it now, it's pretty obvious. Because then you look at the pirate hat, which has the Barstool logo on that, the Viva la Stool, and then the Barstool on the side too. So I guess they decided to venture into the malt beverage market because I know Four Loko is a big sponsor of Barstool Sports. I know they sponsor some of their shows and some of their events they do online. I see like Four Loko USA showing up, or the Four Loko Warheads promoting there. So I guess they decided they wanted to dive in and create their own malt beverage.
The Barstool's even on the pirate hat. I like that.
Yeah.
I like this. I went to Pirate Water's Instagram and I see the Four Loko USA Pirate Water.
The Step Brothers.
The Step Brothers post.
Yeah.
And by the way, and literally, you two guys are the first people after Four Loko and Pirate Water on there. That whips ass. That's tight. That's.
We're on top of the game.
Yeah, that's funny. As soon as you saw that, Roadhouse was like we need to hop on this. We need to record this episode and get it out sooner rather than later. We can't be sitting on this one here. And it looks like it was February 23rd was the announcement of Pirate Water on their Twitter. Introducing Pirate Water, a 10% ABV 16-ounce malt beverage by Barstool Sports for the Party Pirates. Now available nationwide and rolling out through March in 4 flavors. Click the link to find it near you, drinkpiratewater.com. Oh, there we go.
Have they promoted? I'm looking here. So that was mid-June, that post. Is there any other... Did Juloko post about it at all on their Instagram?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it was Pirate Water initiating.
Yeah, you'd figure. I mean, again, I don't know. Marketing is a whole other beast that I know nothing about. So I could see them being like, "Oh yeah, you guys got to handle this," but.
It's like we'll work with you on it, but you have to be the one to initiate it. Well, you want to tag us in it and talk to us about it. We'll respond back and we'll interact with it, but we're not posting it on our side yet until we know this is a legitimate drink that's going to last.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is interesting. I mean, now that I've had a couple sips, I don't hate it.
It's getting better, isn't it?
It is.
But it's not. You know what it is for me? I was actually kind of worried that I was really not going to like the artificial strawberry, because that's definitely something in the past where I've just been like, man, I'd rather just have a real strawberry kind of situation. It's just, I don't feel like it's one of the flavors that like really translates well. That's not bad. It's the pineapple. The pineapple is what is weird. I think that's. Yeah, I don't know. That's my personal taste. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination with the flavor. Like I said, it's not bad. The first sip was very like, oh shit, no, that's strong.
Mm-hmm.
But you can drink it, but it's another one of those that's very thick, and like if you did it over ice or blended it, that could be a good way to drink something like this. Out of the can with a lot of these is rough sometimes.
So this isn't my first tasting of Pirate Water. And right what you said, Bob, is exactly what I did on my second go around. I tried the Miami Vice and the Margarita both. And the next cans I did on ice and blended it.
Mm.
And those turned out really well.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going for, the cocktail in a can vibe, which is real hit or miss. Like I'll just say it as a professional drunk. I want people to crack that code as often as they can, but it kind of, like Bob's showing up on my podcast a bunch. He knows it's like, we're like, let's try this. And I feel like it's less than 50-50 where like they actually like properly crack the code of like, was it good? It's like, well, kind of situation.
Yeah, it's sometimes you get a good one like the crown cans. Like
those are still probably that I've had, but it's kind of a bummer because it's just like it's just a pre-made Crown and Cola.
Right. It's nothing fancy, right? It's like you could just get your soda and your Crown and pour it yourself. It's not like these pre-mixed margaritas in a can or something like this where it's you're actually taking a bunch of different ingredients, putting it together in a can. That's a lot harder to grasp the taste of what a real authentic one would be.
Man, so I just Googled other brands of Fusion Projects, the parent company of Four Loko, and Mamita's tequila seltzer. I've seen this shit all over the place, and I did not realize this is an offshoot Loco. So it's man, Big Loco. Big Loco's really getting big here.
Big Loco taking over. They're very sneaky. They're creeping up. They're trying to get into that market.
Yeah.
So Four Loko's got longevity. So they've got some big brand power going as long as they've been around. I was thinking today, trying to think back to my first Four Loko. God dang, that was a long time ago. I think it was the ones with caffeine, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, probably. I was trying to think too, because I was looking back. I'm like, well, when did it came out? And Four Loko first came out in 2005, and God, I mean, it was probably like 2007, 2008. I know. I mean, I didn't have many of them. I only had the original Four Loko once or twice. And at that time, I was not driving down this road a lot. I did have Sparks a few times. So I had some buddies, my roommates in college, that were big into that. We'd get that and Steel Reserve and Bud Ice. So that's your party right there.
Oh yeah.
So I was going through and I was looking. I'm like, well, when was it? And it was 2008, and what it was like around 2010, December 2010. They removed the caffeine. So it's been 13 years, just about.
Wait, 2010 is when they took the caffeine out? Because okay. I mean, again, we're similar minds here. I was just looking up Sparks, because Sparks is how I got into. I found out about Four Loko. And Sparks, they took the caffeine out in 2008, which is insane. And I remember drinking Sparks in like 2007. And Roadhouse, I've told Bob this before, but my buddies and I, we would get, that was our like going out, like, getting ready before we go out kind of drink. It was, we would Sparks, and you could tell, because if you were the last person to show up and like everybody had the purple tongues the orange on their tongues, we'd all be like, I'd be like walking and be like, oh shit, are you all sparked already? And they're like, yep. Yep. It was like, hand me that shit. And then it's Miller Brewing bought Sparks, and then it got taken out, and then they took it out in 2008. That's just, and then I remember trying like, what else they have out there, and then it's Four Loko, and I was like, I mean, I'll give Sparks this, is that Sparks was, God, it was what, like 6% alcohol typically. So it was a lot easier to pound that. And like, you can pound a Four Loko if you want to, but you're gonna get locoed.
It's not gonna end up well. Yeah, because I was looking through here on Wikipedia to see here. Yeah, it was in 2009 was when they started investigating the sales of the caffeinated alcohol beverages. So in December 2008, Anheuser-Busch, manufacturer of, I don't even know what Tilt was, an alcoholic beverage by Anheuser-Busch.
I remember Tilt.
And Bud Extra, as well as Miller Coors, manufacturer Sparks, agreed to reformulate their drink. So this was in December 2008. And then in 2009, smaller companies such as Fusion fell under investigation because of their rise in market share. So then in 2010 was when they started to ban things because of the injuries and the blackouts from there. So it was in October of 2010 that they banned those. So it was by the end of 2010 when they released the remanufactured caffeine-free version of Four Loko.
Did you ever drink Tilt?
I never did. I didn't even know what that. I was trying, because I saw him, like, I've probably seen it, but I've never.
Now that I'm looking up I was like, this name sounds so familiar, and now I'm looking up the cans. I'm like, I remember this shit. I'm not trying to say I'm a connoisseur up in here, but like, I liked Sparks. I genuinely enjoyed Sparks. I thought it was a good in between kind of thing. Like, yes, there's so much better booze to drink, but like, Sparks was fine. Tilt was, I think like the misconception that people think about, like, oh, you're drinking all this malt liquor, or like, Sparks, Four Loko, those kind of drinks, that it's kind of like, it's very like high alcohol and like metallic tasting. Most of it's not. Tilt tasted, I remember it was very like, I feel like I'm drinking copper, kind of nonsense. And it was more of just like, oh, there's no Sparks here. Oh, they got some Tilt. Well, let's get it. And because we were all just, worthless drunks, just like, oh yeah, let's get it.
It's cheap. It was cheap and had the alcohol content, and it would get the job done. And that's the same thing with like Four Loko these days, when it's saying, hey, why do you why do you drink this? It's like, look, for $3, you get that 13.9% alcohol. It will get you a nice buzz.
So I'm looking at pictures of Tilt. I had never seen it or heard of it.
I don't feel like it was around that. Yeah, introduced August 2005, discontinued early 2010s. Oof. I remember trying, like, look up the orange Tilt. The orange, is like the can is very. You look at it and you're just like, I mean, it's kind of like, again, I don't know the terminology, but I feel like there's like when something becomes famous, something, it's kind of like and one summer we got, Deep Impact and Armageddon. It's kind of like when one happens, another one happens,
Right.
It's like,
right.
It was totally just like, Miller has Sparks, so we got to get on. What's ours?
Oh yeah, right. Every big company has to release. It's the same thing that happened with the seltzers. It's all these companies have to come out with the big brands have to jump in. If they see a little guy with it and it's starting to sell, we need that market share. We need to get in there. It's funny the stuff with the Sparks and the Tilt and the Four Loko and all the controversy of the late 2000s is very similar to when Roadhouse and I discussed the deep dive into the Cisco epidemic of the early 90s when they were trying to ban the liquid crack when people were dying from that. So every generation has their alcohol incident.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but to be fair, as someone who loves caffeine and someone who loves drinking, you don't need to mix it. Like, no. It's, I get it. And like, when I was younger, my early 20s, like, yeah, I'm down with this, but you know what? I can have both separately.
Yeah. And we were having this discussion on 4th of July when we were talking about the Four Loko and the misconception people had of the caffeine. People like, well, people still drink Red Bull and vodka, and that's alcohol and caffeine. And they were like, well, why they never release a canned Red Bull vodka? And I'm saying, I don't know if they just decided they didn't need to go that route, or they knew that by the time it wasn't going to hit, it was going to get kicked off the shelves too if they released something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both those companies are just like, oh yeah, well, we know people do. It's like, well, you're doing it, not us.
Exactly. We're not. Hey, they supply the Red Bull, we supply the vodka. What you do with it, it's up to you. It's in your own hands now.
Choice. Yeah, we make. Choice.
It's up to you. We don't put them together. You're the one that mixes them. That's on you.
And frankly, if they were making pre-made Red Bull vodkas, they'd be expensive as shit. And like a 4-pack would be like, I don't know, $25, and you're like, dude, for $25, I can buy a cheap vodka and a bunch of
like a 12-pack of Red Bull.
Yeah, and it would be better,
right, because that's gonna be one of those things that out of a can, I don't think it would be the same. It would, it's so simple as it is to mix that. Just do it yourself. Just you can be lazy, but I mean, there's a limit on how lazy you can be.
Are you guys down to the swell yet?
I probably have like a third of the can left.
I'm halfway through. I'm kind of nursing mine because I'm really curious. I want to be a little present for my second drink, so a little, but I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. And now that it's hit, it's I don't know how you guys feel about it, but this is one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm at a party, I'm at a barbecue, and this is in a cooler, and I'm like, okay, let me try it, and then I'd be like, well, okay, then like after halfway through, I'd be like, that's fine,
Yeah, like the first sip was a little like the shock of it, hit, and okay, it's 10%. It's a 16-ounce can. It's not a 24-ounce can, so it's not like it's some big can you have to get through with it. It does say one of these serving size is only 5 ounces, so there's 3.25 servings in one can of this. So you can share it between your buddies if you really want.
I would have to.
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, Roadhouse. I kind of want to get your take on this. What's your take on this pirate water?
The first taste, right away, I would drink it, and the next thing I want to do is fill up a glass with ice and pour it over it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a little further down than you guys. I'm almost done with it, and I got to say, it doesn't get any better.
Yep.
Like a Four Loko, by the time you get down to the bottom, you've already got a buzz kicked in, and kind of helps along with forgiving taste. Or I just want to get through it and get on to the second.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny. This stuff is interesting because when I saw these originally, I found single cans, and I think it was $1.99 per can. I don't know, Pete. What did you pay for?
They were $2.99. They were $2.99. So they had So we should go through the other flavors. So we're drinking Miami Vice, which is essentially strawberry and pineapple. The other one I've seen, I know for sure, is Sex on the Beach, peach, cranberry, and orange. Again, that could actually be really, really good. But like, I hear that, and I'm like, I kind of would rather just go to like a tiki bar and just have that.
Right.
And I think that's kind of going to be, I bet, I mean, because Bob, you bought the 4-pack, right?
Right. Well, no, I found somehow, I don't know how legit it was, but I went searching. I had to go out there because, like I said, originally I went to the one spot when I saw them originally, and they were $1.99 for a single can.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't buy any that day because I'm like, I'll come back. It's full, no problem. So then I talked to Roadhouse. I talked to you. Said, all right, we're going to do a podcast with this. So I go back to that same store. There's none on the shelves. Even the spot where it was.
You know why? Because it was $1.99.
Yes. So I'm looking around. I talked to one of the guys. If you guys have any pirate water, the guy has no idea what I'm talking about. So he asked one of the other guys who's stocking the shelves, and he's like, "Oh no, we're all sold out." Like, all right. So I go to another spot, and they had the 4-packs of each individual beverage for, I think, $7.99 for a 4-pack of, like, you get 4 Miami Vices, 4 Sex on the Beach, whatever. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So I was out on the road last week. I went on their little tracker on their website, find where I was, and I said, okay, here's a store here, and I'm like, okay, it's in kind of a not too shady area, but it's not the most reputable spot. And I've never been to this liquor store either, so it's a win-win. You never know what you'll find in a new spot. We always love going out, searching, see what we can do. So I go into the store. I'm looking through the cooler. They had a nice wide variety of MD 2020 there, which was always nice to see.
Makes me so happy. I'm so happy when I hear MD 2020.
They had some in the cooler, and there was some on the shelf in the store. I took a nice picture. I'll post that up on the site with this so everybody can see it. And I did find my bonus beverage I've found I got at this place too, which was in the cooler. And then I go to the back, I'm looking around, and I see pirate water. I see a 4-pack. I'm like, great. It's only I wanted the single cans. I don't want the 4-pack, but it was a 4-pack of variety. It had a 4-pack of each of the 4 flavors, and I think it was maybe $6.99. So I'm like,
Jesus, I got fucking hosed, dude.
So I'm like,
yeah, mine are 2 for $4.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm like, that's perfect because I wanted to try each of them at some point to see. So I'm like, all right, perfect. 1 can of each flavor, perfect. I'm sold. So I picked up the 4-pack. Then we said, okay, we're all going to do the same because I didn't know. Originally, we were like, well, do we each do a different flavor? Do we do the same? Like, all right, we'll each do the same flavor just so we can get our own reactions to see what everybody thinks of the same one.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but it's also like, I'm with you, Roadhouse. I feel like blending this with a little bit of make it so much better. Also make it more communal and being like, oh, let me give you a little bit of that. Let me give you a little bit of that.
Yeah. Be like me with the Four Loko USA the other day for 4th of July. Okay, who wants a little pour? Just a little taste. Just give it a shot. See.
Hold on. Wait a second, guys. Back up. I haven't decanted this Four Loko USA yet. Back up.
Yeah. Let it breathe a little bit, guys. Come on. You can't just crack that open and dive in. Let it get the smell, get the aroma.
That freedom needs to breathe, okay? You know, that's
this is America.
Yeah, let freedom ring.
Well, yeah, this is the Miami Vice. I mean, I was looking for, was Don Johnson gonna, pop out of the can or something? I mean, we're waiting to see.
Yeah, the other one, the margarita flavor, and the other one, the Bahama Mama, strong notes of pineapple and orange with a hint of tropical coconut. See, okay, honestly, out of all four of them, that's the one I'm probably the most afraid to drink, because I'm like, again, if it was real, like if they were like, I'm going to make you this cocktail that has real pineapple, orange, and like coconut in it,
it'd be good.
It would be great and probably super refreshing and boozy as fuck. And this is going to be, it's going to be like malt liquor with with basically the liquid smoke version of those flavors. You're going to be like, it's
like, I hate my life. It's like, it's like all these flavors, all these drinks. If you went to a bar and got one of these mixed, they'd all be good. I've had Bahama Mamas. I mean, I've had margaritas out. Mm-hmm. Man, I probably had a sex on the beach a few times. Not too often. I mean, I've never had anything called a Miami Vice, but I've had, strawberry, pineapple blended drinks before.
Yeah, essentially like a wannabe margarita.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a strawberry margarita type thing. And you can go out to any place and get any of these drinks and be perfectly fine and be happy with it. But once you put them in a can, like always margaritas in a can, like when Bud Light came out with all those margaritas in a can, it was it's tough. It was like, at first it was like, oh cool, a strawberry margarita in a can. All right, I'll try this out. You had a sip, you're like, oh no, I'll just mix my own.
Those things are gross. Like, here's a beer with a hint of margarita in the flavor that it's on. It's like I feel like that's on that's at the level of like again, Bob, you with like those like with the tea seltzers. It's just what? Like, what is this? Like, no. So, although I will give them credit, this is the color in the can is red and the drink itself is red, Yeah,
that's true. I can see from what I can tell, yes, it does match the color. So good job, guys. You did well.
I probably would have been better if we all decanted it and let it sit for 5 to 10. But
we don't have that kind of patience around here. I mean,
we got time for that shit.
Next time we know, we crack it open. Yeah.
It's a malt beverage.
Exactly. What are you doing over there? I'm decanting this fine malt beverage. It's like, hey man, you need to reevaluate your choices. Like, yeah, you're right. Let me throw out this decanter. It's like, there you go. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how long this sticks around for. Is this something that lasts because it has the Barstool push behind it? That's what I'm interested to see. Is it one of those one and done things? A year from now, it's gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna, Bob, I'm gonna call it. This is a prime candidate to end up on the grocery outlet.
I was going to say, I could see it's going to end up at the grocery outlet sooner or later, and you guys will be doing a show with the rest of the flavors.
They'll be like 75 cents a pop, and they'll just be like, oh shit, kind of like that's, yeah. I could see this stuff. I mean, this is a prime candidate for it. I mean, and again, wish them the best. If people like it, great, cool. I don't. Okay, the Ed Hardy stuff, yeah, I wish for that shit to fail. But like, but like most of the stuff, I'm just like, okay, like fine, do your thing. I hope there's a market for it. And this stuff, yeah, I hope there's a market for it. It's, I mean, here's my last question on this stuff for you guys. Do you feel like who is the target audience for this? Do you feel like this is children of parrot heads or parrot heads? Kind of like I don't know. I don't know who this is.
I was thinking that same thing also. And I was like, I think it's a one and done this summer. We'll have it. They have been a pretty strong presence on social media, pushing it and having fun with it. But we'll see how it lasts, how it holds up.
Yeah, see what I'm interested to see is because it's a Barstool product, and the type of people. I mean, it's like that early 20s crowd is into like the Barstool. I mean, more than that. I mean, a lot of people love Barstool, but I can
they've
see
done a
that.
lot of diversification.
Yeah,
they've purchased up a lot of shit.
It's still like a younger crowd.
Yeah.
With this going for the malt beverage market, so I think in my head of like, okay, early 20s crowd they would be marketing this towards. I don't think any of the older parrot heads would be drinking this stuff, even if it does have a pirate, a pirate hat on it. So, yeah, but I'm kind of with Roadhouse on it, and I don't think it's gonna. I don't see it lasting too long, even if Four Loko if it tries to grab onto the coattails of Four Loko. I think even with the Barstool push behind it, I mean, Four Loko itself is already sponsoring a lot of the Barstool stuff. So I think you just kind of keep pushing that along, and well, it's interesting. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, I'm looking here. I'm just looking over like Barstool's actual feed. Like, are they posting much about it? I mean, I see some people who are kind of, we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you see it out there in your travels, pick it up, give it a shot, and see what you think.
Yeah, don't pass on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine trying once, but like, I mean, I'll be honest, guys. I don't know. Like, if I saw it again, I don't think I'd buy it. I think I'd probably be like, I'll try something else. If I was ever, again, if I was at a barbecue and somebody had one of these in a in a cooler, and I like didn't want a beer, I'd be like, all right, I'll try it.
It's a one and done drink. I mean, you're only drinking one of these. You're not gonna crack open another one and give it a shot. Now, I'll eventually crack open the other 3 flavors I have, but not today. not in one sitting. Going through that, because one of these is more than enough to get you a good way to get you going, get your night started. It's 10%. It's not too crazy. It'll get you a little buzz. It's not like going through a Four Loko.
I purposely didn't finish mine because I want to try some of my second offering.
Your bonus, bonus is. I think we've gone into bonus beverage territory here, because as we said, we brought along the pirate water, but as a special bonus, all 3 of us went out and picked up a special mystery bonus beverage for us to try here to see what we can get into, because you can't top the Miami Vice, but we will try with something a little bit different. I mean, Pete, do you want to reveal yours first?
Here we go.
All right, Pete. What do you got for us today?
So this is one I was super stumped to see in person. I thought it was a joke, but this is from Lagunitas Brewing Company, a good California beer out here. This is the Tiki Fusion Zombie. This is a 10% beer, so you're gonna get fucked up on this. Yeah. And this is a zombie, so a cocktail-inspired IPA. It has hints. It's a hazy IPA with notes of orange, lime, grapefruit, and allspice.
Okay, so you kept it on brand here and kept it in the island tiki genre, just on the beer side, not the malt beverage this time, on the beer side.
Although I'm not going to lie, I'm a little scared because, again, 2 things I love: tiki cocktails and IPA. Is it going to taste good? So, also, this is a big one. This is a 20-ounce can, by the way. So this is, and this was $1.99. So this is bum wine pricing. This is
that's good. That's good right there.
A 20-ouncer. I was just like, and it caught the corner of my eye when I was at the grocery outlet. Well, that's like the discount store that we find inspiration from, and it was just like, okay, and I was like, wait, what is that? I've never seen that one before. And I was like, oh. And I like took a picture, sent it to Bob. I'm like, well, I bought one. I'll hold on to it. And so I didn't have to hold on to it for that long. So
yeah.
All right. So let's see.
There you go.
I did my holy shit. I didn't. Whoa. Oh, that's. Oh man, I'm not excited now. That what is it? It's grapefruity as fuck. It is.
It could be good.
Oh man, that's not good. Oh, I do not like that. That is oof. I'm gonna go back to drinking that pirate water. Yikesies! That's
why you kept. That's why you kept a little to go back to. I mean, like you say, you're really rolling the dice with that flavor mixture that they said on the can. It's like this could be good, or it could be just a absolute disaster.
Here are 6 things I like. What happens if you throw all 6 of them together? It's dog shit. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Hold on. I had the initial let me. Is it any better the second time around?
Yeah, you got to warm up to it. Let it sit.
No.
Still no bueno.
You know, it on it like overwhelmingly. Okay, this is weird. So it doesn't taste like beer, which is, I mean, let's be honest. If a beer is over 10%. That's basically like, malt liquor territory at that point. Like you're rolling the dice, and again, I'm a drunk. I love beer. I love liquor, but like this is one of those things. Like I do not like this. It says it's a hazy IPA. It doesn't taste like an IPA at all. I'm tasting the grapefruit and allspice. That's it. Oh, this is not good. Oh man, I'm so glad this is only $1.99. But like again, if I was somebody being like, okay, taste wise, this is atrocious. But if you have $3 USD and you want to get fucked up, boom, here you go. And you'll have a few cents left over, kind of situation.
Yeah, you're drinking on a budget, man.
Oh, oh man, this. All right, I'm going in one last time just for posterity's sake, but God, it smells like
just do it. Just got to do it. Don't smell it. Just do it.
It doesn't. It's not getting any better. Oh, okay. That time I'm tasting a little bit of orange, but
well, maybe you have to swirl it around a bit. Let it.
It's in level,
but not like good. But it's like orange. This is I'm getting the orange flavor I'm getting is like this is like orange juice that's been sitting out. You drank this on Friday and it's Sunday afternoon and you're like, is that any good?
No.
I need something. I've been binging for 2 days.
I
ran out of day-old French fries and now I got to have the 2-day-old orange juice.
Go watch it down.
Oh man, yeah, that's a hard no for me. That's a bummer because I don't know about you guys, but like I grew up with Lagunitas out here in California, and I love that shit. They make a lot of really good beers, and this is. I looked it up.
This is not one of them.
This is a dud. This is a dud from them. Yeah, they typically. I mean, they have. Excuse me. Yeah, they have their staples, and this was a limited release for 2023, and I'm going to say.
It won't be back. It won't be back in 2024.
Yeah, expunge this shit from the archives. This is oh man, it literally feels. When like the flavors they're not mixing, but they're all sitting there together.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like you get a different flavor each time, where it's like they didn't. It's not. It needs to be a little bit moved over a little more.
Yikes! I even got out my Lagunitas like beer.
Oh, your koozie,
that I got from them. I went to it's we did a they have a. I mean, like a lot of breweries, they have a really awesome, brewery restaurant, and I went there before and just got fucked up, and and I left with a koozie and some other swag, and it was just like, oh yeah, that's great, and yeah, I was like, oh, I get to finally use it with a Lagunitas product, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to dump this fucking thing out, kind of. All right,
all right.
Surprise,
well,
surprise.
On that note, well. Roadhouse, what do you have? What'd you bring along for your special grab bag beverage?
Well, my secret second, I see it in the cooler all the time. I've never bought it, and I'm saying this correctly. It's the Corona Familiar.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's darker. It's in a brown bottle. It's a quart.
Oh yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you know, I've never had that either. Yeah,
it was $1.79. So what that was right up my alley. And I'm going to send you a picture of it, Bob. But yeah, I got to get this other pirate water out and get this in.
Yes, that's I don't think I've ever had that either, but that's another one of those I've always seen in the cooler.
You got the 32 ouncer, the big
end? It's a quart.
Nice.
Yeah, so, 32 ounces. Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's like, in addition to it being a beer, it can also be a projectile weapon to protect yourself.
See, glass, baby. That's the glass for you.
Yeah, that's a winner.
Nice.
That is really good. I'm gonna pour it into glass, and I was curious what the color was. Well, it's actually amber.
I was gonna say because I was looking it up and I said the best beers are meant to be shared with a fuller flavor, higher ABV, shareable 32-ounce packaging, and strong ties to our heritage and tradition. Corona Familiar is ideal for small gatherings with close friends and family.
So it's golden, and it's good.
Nice.
I see. There we go. See, you get a winner.
I'm going to get more of these.
Yeah, I've always seen that too, and I trust me. I've drank a ton of Corona Light, Corona, pretty much everything besides that one because I've always seen it, and it's usually in that big 32-ounce bottle or even like a 24 sometimes.
Yeah,
and I've never pulled the trigger on it. I've always seen it and been like, oh, okay. But now that you cracked it open, I think I'll have to give it a shot.
Yeah, I've always overlooked it. I've seen it, just overlooked it. And then when I was trying to find an odd secret second, and I'm looking through all the quotes, I've had it all. I've had all this silly stuff, and I almost got that Sunny D one or whatever.
Oh, the seltzer?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not the seltzer guy. So I'm like, well, hell with it. I'll just grab this one. And I'm glad I did.
I told you before, I kind of teased mine when I went out and I was searching, and then I came across something, and I saw this beer, and I'm like, because I did feature a similar one of this a few months back that I found in my travels, and I saw this one, and it was the brother beverage to it, and it comes from the great state of Wisconsin that we all know and love. And this is the Regal Brow Ice. So it is a product of the Regal Brow Brewing Company from Monroe, Wisconsin, which you might know as the same brewing company as our good buddies over at the Minhas Brewing Company and the Boxer beers. Because I saw this because I found back in my trip, I think right before New Year's, was the Regal Brow Lager, and I did a post on the website as a beer of the week, and I tried it out, and I drank it. I'm like, this is pretty much Boxer beer in a different can, and then I saw the Regal Ice. I'm like, son of a bitch, I need to. I'm like, I can't not get this. A 5.5% ice beer. I'm like, is it gonna be any different than a Boxer Ice? We'll find out. So, and this is
the cans are the same, dude. It's
I know. If you look on the website, the cans that they have look exactly the same, but this one here that I have it's different than what they show on the site.
Yeah.
It's got the United States of America on it. It's got the Regal seal, I guess. But let's see. We'll crack this guy open. 5.5%. the ice. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's a nice. Yeah, it's like a boxer ice. I mean, it's it's not much different.
Oh man, is it just one of these situations where it's the American? Well, but it's, I mean, Minhas is in America though.
Right. It's I don't know why you'd have two brands that are essentially the same beer. And that's originally what I saw when I found the Regal Route, the regular beer, the lager. I'm like, I still looked at the can, I saw it, and as soon as I looked, I turned it over and I saw Monroe, Wisconsin. I'm like, it's the same fucking company. I'm like, there's no way this is anything different.
When I hear the word Regal, I don't think of America. I think of England.
Bob, the question is, do you think they serve this at Bullett's Family Dining?
I can see,
or Doyle's Irish Pub, or Bonnie's Fine Dining, the three restaurants in the same building that are all next to the Minhas brewery.
Yeah. If you want to hear me and Pete and Carlin go take a deep dive into the surrounding eateries and facilities around the Minhas Brewing Company, check it out in the Bone with Bobcat archives. Check out the Boxer Beer Trifecta podcast we did the beginning of this year. Ooh, there we go. There's a good. Ooh, get that burp out. No.
Yeah, I'm getting a little burpy here as well. Oh man, yeah, that. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a combination of just with the Miami Vice, like still in my mouth with the taste, or is this just Regal Ice is very, very bitter tasting. It's like the old bitter beer face.
I'm looking now about Regal. Yeah, like how you're just like, it's just more boxer.
Essentially, yes, but I mean, trust me, I've drank a lot of boxer over the past 7 months.
Oh, dude, Regal their address is in California. This is LA. That's weird. I mean, it's the same shit. It's
yeah. They're expanding it to the West Coast.
Maybe. That's, I mean, not stoked on it, you know.
I'm going through. I'm reading some of the reviews on Untapped about it. Somebody posted, "This isn't beer, it's trash. I feel ripped off for even at 50 cents for the can."
Oof. Yeah, the Untapped reviews for my Zombie Tiki Fusion it has a 3.3 on Untapped out of one. Also, this is kind of nuts. 1,691 ratings. So that's a pretty big sample size.
Yeah, because the Regal Ice has a 2.34 rating out of 275 ratings. Yeah, that's a rough one. Like I said, I don't know if it's just after having the Miami Vice and just with that taste left and then drinking this, but like I said, I've drank a lot of Boxer Ice over the past few months, and I can drink that no problem. It's not bad. It's not a bad beer, but something with this Regal Ice, just like nope, not that good.
Man, that like. So actually, here's a 1-star review on Untapped. I think definitely summarizes mine. Again, 1 out of 5. I would say this is a terrible beer, but this isn't even a beer. The only thing worse than the flavor is the taste of the belches a half hour later.
Yeah,
and I'm burping, and I'm burping this back up, and it's kind of like, oh, this tastes.
You'll taste your dinner from before and the beer and the Miami Vice all in one.
And regret. Well, I gotta say, I like my secret second.
Yeah, Roadhouse picked a winner there today.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, when I see that now, I'm gonna pick it up. Roadhouse, I'm gonna try it. So that's
recommended heavily. Yes, I've been sleeping on this. Should have got it a long time ago.
Yeah, and it's cheaper than the Corona Extra, so it works out.
$1.79 for a quart.
Damn, that's solid. That's a solid price there.
That's borderline bum wine pricing. That's
yeah.
Let me see what the date is on it. Well, January. So it's been in there for a little bit.
All right. Not well, as long as it's January of 23 and not
That's always a scary thing too. Stuff like that don't move. Especially where I live.
Oh man, yeah. This Regal. Sorry, I'm just looking up random stuff about this.
And I was like, he's talking about the Boxer and the Boxer Ice, and he sent me some.
Oh yeah,
and I loved it. I blew right through it.
It's easy beer to drink. I was perfectly fine with it. It's just I don't really. I think the thing with me is that like that'd be a great like lawnmower beer kind of thing. Yep. I just haven't had the opportunity to really like do that, and it's kind of just. No, I mean overall I liked it, and it was like good. Discovering again the Bullett's Family Dining is just not a terrible name of right next to the brewery, but no, it was fine, and it was especially it's just the bummer we can't find like the rest all the other ones.
Oh right, the other varieties of Boxer related beers that are out there besides those three that we had.
The 12 million other flavors they have. Yeah, I mean, and we know that most of them aren't going to be that great, but whatever. So, oh man, so it's funny and looking up tonight, just kind of other related products. Have you guys ever heard of the energy malt beverage threesome?
Nope.
No.
And it's literally spelled number 3 sum, SUM, and it was another. Premium malt beverage, quotations, infused with energy components, caffeine, ginseng, and taurine. Ugh. And it was heavily promoted in nightclubs across the U.S. and Europe, and it was not around that long. I wonder why.
It sounds like a winner to me.
God, it just makes me... And then the other one that made me think of was juice.
Yeah, well, I've had... Hey, Roadhouse is the juice winner. He's getting he won the 4th of July contest.
Oh yeah,
the juice Instagrams. He's getting a T-shirt out of that.
And
I've never had juice either.
No, me neither. I can't find it.
It's tough. I can only find that out in when I go out to PA. That's the only I can't find it here in Jersey, but out in PA, I can get it there. So that's when I've had it the few times anytime I go out there, I'll stop at the one store and I'll see what flavors do they have, and I'll pick up that and some of the Johnny Bootlegger out there.
Oh boy,
and go.
I have Johnny Bootlegger everywhere.
I have never heard of that.
And different or plus flavors. I'm just afraid of them.
I mean, oh man, I want to try this shit. I've never heard of this before until right now. Ooh, God, those. Yeah, I mean, Roadhouse, I'm with you. I'm also afraid of this. Like this. God, this just looks like runoff from a college bar.
Oh yeah.
Grape. It just sour apple. Oh.
Yeah, none of them were really winners. I know I've had I think I had 4 different ones. I did 2 different podcasts a couple years back where I did 2 each of the flavors. I did 2 of like the regular ones and 2 sour ones, and no big winners in that group.
No way.
We did that on the Wild Irish Rose night, didn't we? Or I did.
You might have. I think you might have broke out the Johnny Bootlegger.
Yeah, we were doing Wild Irish Rose, and I had Johnny Bootlegger as a kicker.
Oh man, I'm trying to see if there's any in California, and it looks like no.
No.
I think I'm fine with this one.
Okay.
Yep. All the bootlegging was done in the Appalachians.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Why is it I'm doing the store locator and it keeps taking me to Canada, which is strange.
You got to cross the border to get it. So road trip.
No.
Like it. Got to bootleg it.
Yikes! Yeah, I don't. I don't want to go to Mississauga or Toronto. That's
We can do our own Smoking a Bandit, the three of us.
Yeah.
A run diversion.
Well, we had some. Well, I think Roadhouse had the only real hit. I think out of the out of the three bonus beverages here with the Corona, and not that I'd say that was an easy one, but it's something that I've always seen but never decided, well, let me try that, because I've always seen those big 32-ounce bottles places, and it's like, oh well, why do I need to get that? It's not as, I guess, exciting as seeing like a 40 of some random malt liquor you've never had before. So it's like, oh, it's a Corona. Whatever. I've had tons of Coronas before. Why do I need this one? But Corona's happy with his. Pete, we know. No.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Thumbs down. Because again, Lagunitas is they're one of those brands where like I see them and I was like, awesome. What is it?
Right. It's a big brand. I mean, it's a big brewery, and on paper, it sounds like this could be good. Like, oh, I like you said, I like all these flavors, but all mixed together in one can. No.
Yeah, it's too much. It's just way too. It's too many good things is not always a good thing. So
yeah, and then this Regal Brow Ice. I mean, I love cheap beer. I love a cheap beer taste usually, but this one, just I did pick up a second can of this too. I got 2 cans, so maybe if I revisit this, we'll see how it turns out. But as of right now,
chores, you'd be like, whatever,
Yeah, it's not. It's not terrible. I mean, you can drink it, but compared to like the Boxer Ice, I think that was a like 10 times better than this. And being the brother beverage of it from the same company with a different name, the other cans that look exactly the same as these, but something interesting to see. Like I said, I saw it on a whim. And I was like, screw it. Just pick it up and try it out and see. So the Regal Ice, and then we had our Pirate Water. We started off with the Miami Vice, which we covered that pretty much in depth with it there. And then we said it's not too bad. It's
fine.
You can drink it. It's just one of those things where you're not going to drink more than one of these yourself in one sitting. I mean, you could, but you probably shouldn't.
I'm so glad we didn't decide to do all 4.
I mean, Roadhouse. I was messaging with Bob, and I'm like, I don't want to do more than one of these. Like it'd be. Again, it'd be different if we were all 3 of us in the same room together and we had one of each, and we could just
split it.
Yeah, perfect. Oh hell yeah! I'd be like, yep, let's do it. Let's try it. But like, nope. I was like, I don't want to pound 4. I want to pound 4 10% malt liquors tonight. Kind of.
No.
No. I need to be somewhat present tomorrow. So.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of dumb stuff for the pod and paid for it the next day.
Yeah.
So one was plenty.
One was plenty indeed. Yeah.
More than enough right there with the Pirate Water, and we'll see how that turns out, how that sticks around. But before we sign off here, Pete, tell everybody where they can find you with the crew there on the Grocery Gamblers podcast.
Yeah, so the Grocery Gamblers, we're a podcast where we try weird and unique food and drink that tends to revolve around a theme. It usually starts with us finding stuff at discount grocery stores and going from there. We are on Spotify, Google, Apple, Stitcher, which is, I guess, not going to be around for much longer.
Yeah, until August. Yeah.
And then our Instagram is at Grocery Gamblers Pod, and we're there, and I'm buzzed pretty good. So.
They're there. He's here. Mm-hmm. Roadhouse is here. Roadhouse. Anything else you wanna add before we sign off?
Talking about grocery gamblers, there's one that just popped up here in our town. It's JC Salvage Grocery.
Oh boy!
And I'll take a picture of it and post it so you can see it. They just came to town there within the last month. It's right up your alley.
There, I mean, again, it's interesting. You know, we've been making our pod for over 3 years now, and it just started off with a text thread between the three of us, just being like, "Oh man, check out this weird shit." I mean, Roadhouse. It literally started off with us being like, because we would go there to buy, discounted booze, or like they have really good snacks. That's really the main thing. They're just having a lot of really good snacks there. But it's like, oh man, check out this Mortal Kombat themed beer. There was a product for a Mortal Kombat video game, and it's like, oh, look at this, oh, look at this, oh, look at this, and it just kept fucking going. That's again, that's why I keep saying, and my prediction is that this Pirate Water, this collaboration between Four Loko and Barstool, will end up there, because frankly, a lot of these collaborations, it's they have a lot of stacks against them, so But that's for me to be a potential Miss Cleo soothsayer for in the future, or not.
We'll see. A year from now, we'll see if your prediction came true, and if you guys are doing a episode of the Grocery Gamblers about the retired flavors of Pirate Water.
Oof, I'm not going to be excited to do that one. Let me tell you. So, yeah, but yes, that's we're out there. Look for us. And again, Bob, always a pleasure, man.
Yes, definitely. Always great chatting with you. Always great hanging out here, having some drinks, trying out new drinks, old drinks, different drinks. Check out Pete. Check out the Grocery Gamblers podcast. Check out Roadhouse out there on the Instagram. Don't forget to check out the podcast, Bum with Bobcat, on all your favorite podcast apps. Rate, review, subscribe. Tell your friends. Check out the website at bumwinebob.com and on Premier Podcast Network, sponsored by Four Loko. So don't forget that. You tell your friends.
Yeah.
It's official, sponsored by Four Loko. I am Bumwine Bob, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddies.
I need a beer.